you probably know this story already because I've relayed it on our little group. So I was doing a tour just before Christmas, picking up from St Martin's Place, the hotel there. I can't remember the 0.8 or something, 0.4 or something hotel.
Yeah.
I can't remember. I've never heard of it before. But so I pulled around and I'm coming up from Trafalgar Square, waiting to turn right into St Martin's Place. And it was a white BMW or Mercedes has flashed me up and let me turn right in front of him. Private hire driver. And the car was absolutely spotless, yeah. And I've turned right and he sort of followed me. And then I've turned around and parked up in the police base, and I shouldn't have done, but I did. And waited for the people to come round. And he spun round behind me and pulled up beside me, and he's wound his window down, and he's sort of signalling to me to wind my window down. And I'm thinking, what have I done wrong now? What have I done? And he wound his window down, and he said, I watch your videos, mate. I said, I'll do you. Thanks very much. I said, really appreciate it. And he said, yeah. He said, I've got to say, you guys that do social media have inspired me and a lot of others to do the knowledge. I said, that's great. Good on you. I said, anyone that's trying to better themselves, all credit to you. And he said, yeah, I'm just out pointing while it's quiet in the afternoon. And he had his iPad in the middle of the dashboard with his points on it. He was pointing Covent Garden at the time. And I said to him, do you watch Tom and Mark? And he said, yeah. He said, I watch all of you. He said, what you do is absolutely fantastic. He said, you are inspiring so many people that I know to do the knowledge. And it sort of really made me feel good. And that's why I put it on our WhatsApp group, that, so that everyone else could, feel good about it as well.
It was that article in the Times, because it made me go full circle and made me realise this is why I wanted to do it. It's like, get passengers in cabs, get drivers in cabs. This is as well, we've got like a little WhatsApp group of all our sort of social media cabbies, so we can sort of share ideas and keep motivated of one another. I'm sort of at the point now where I'm trying to think, what do I actually want from this now, because it's grown far bigger than I ever thought it would. I do make money from it alongside driving the cab, which is great, but now I'm sort of don't know where it's going to go next, because it's kind of achieved its aim. There's not really much else you can get from it other than just keep rinsing and repeating the same videos. And I like doing it. I like seeing the progress of it. But then, as we said at the top of the show, it can be quite draining to put something out that doesn't quite land. So I don't know if I need to kind of just maybe take on a new challenge, do something else. I think I might, speaking out loud here, move over to sort of more Instagram and TikToks. I think looking at how kind of society sees, because Paul's had quite a lot of success with Instagram and TikTok,
yeah.
Because that's where culture is now. YouTube's a bit more specific in that you have to you get fed something, but then you have to then click on it and watch it. But I think actual trends and day to day and what's going on in the UK and the world really begins on, say, Instagram and TikTok.
Well, I put a little video out on TikTok of me and John in Manzi's Pie and Mess Shop talking about a sarsaparilla that's had 120,000 views or something stupid like that, and it's had like 50,000 views on Instagram. You're mad.
Yeah.
Went absolutely mad. Yeah, it is. But I think you should carry on doing what you're doing, because I think, even if you sort of scale back the amount of videos you put out, because I was listening to a podcast the other week where they was talking about some of these really successful YouTubers where they was consistent every single week all the time. And now they've decided they're just scaling back and deciding they're just going to put a video out every couple of weeks, every 3 weeks or whatever.
That's where it is now. When I first started, I would film, edit everything all by myself, and I could do about 2 a week. Then it gets a bit bigger, and now I'm like, I miss the kind of days when you could just sort of throw shit against the wall and just see what sticks. Sort of say what you want. It doesn't really matter. There's no one watching really. And now it gets bigger. You get more.
You feel more responsible.
Fear of ridicule in the comments. Oh, this wasn't quite right. Why did you do that? Etc. Etc. And
it's all engagement, Tom.
Yeah, it is. And then I've got to look at what the bigger kind of motivating purpose is. So, but now it takes me like ages just to get like one video done, and then I'm like, and I lost my editor last year, and I've not been able to sort of find any adequate replacements. Every editor I've had since, it's like micromanaging and saying like they can't. I'm talking about one part of London and they can't even get the map the right way up. Like They've got Elephant and Castle, and they've got like Newton Butts at the top and London Roads down the bottom, and I'm like, come on, sort it out.
So have you been editing a lot of them yourself now?
Everything's shift video I edit because there's a lot that goes into that. That's the hardest thing you can communicate to an editor. You've got to get the map shot timed with me talking about the location, timed with the dash camera footage. So it can either be edited by a taxi driver or a knowledge student. That's it. So that's kind of all I'm really going to focus on, I think, this year for the most part.
And of course, you got your alter ego now as well, and you got Map Tom as well now.
Oh God, that went well, didn't it? That went well. That went well. I was just bored, like, because you set up the camera, you do it a million times over.
Did you borrow them glasses off of Paul Byron?